Hello, fellow writers. Welcome to the first installment of our three-part series on structuring your novel according to the three-act framework. And today we're focusing on Act 1, which is the foundation of your story. We will explore how to craft a compelling beginning, examining key elements like the hook, inciting incident, and the first plot point. We're going to use Save the Cat Right as the novel and the Hunger Games as examples so that you can understand everything we're talking about here. And the first part is the hook of the story. So the hook is the opening of the story. It's the moment designed to grab your reader's attention. And also it will hint on several conflicts up to come. One thing that it's not about starting at the beginning of like the protagonist's story. We don't need to know the backstory of your protagonist. You as a writer need to know this. So when you started the hook, this should be a scene that plunges right into the story and shows the internal struggle. In the Hunger Games, we meet Katniss Everdeen when she wakes up in District 12 at the day of the reaping. She sneaks into the woods to hunt, revealing her resourcefulness in dire circumstances that she's facing. This opening scene actually immediately immerses us in her reality, and it sets the tone for the story. So a tip here is to begin the scene with a scene that highlights your protagonist's current situation and hints at changes that are coming. I think that the opening in the Hunger Game just really, really hooks us so well. So I'm going to read it for you. When I wake up, the other side of the bed is cold. My fingers stretch out, seeking Prim's warmth, but finding only the rough canvas covers of the mattresses. She must have had bad dreams and climbed in with our mother. Of course she did. It's the day of the reaping. And this is such a perfect example of, it's really, like, the thing here is, it's so interesting because the author actually starts with the protagonist waking up, which is a big no-no usually when it comes to creating, like, writing the first sentence in a book. But here it works so well because it flips what we expect from a scene when waking up. Usually it's just boring. Nothing special happens when the protagonist wakes up, but here it sets the scene. We get to understand that the reaping is happening, so something dark looming in the background. We understand that she really, really loves her little sister and that she sees herself as someone who will take care of her and who really like the provider, more or less. And this is also very important for the rest of the story, which is why it makes it such a brilliant hook and such a brilliant first scene. And I think what really grabs me in this scene, it is like the thought of the reaping. I don't really know what it is yet, and I know it's something bad, and I know that something bad really might happen. So early in your story, it's very essential for you to subtly introduce a central theme or message. This often comes through in your dialogue or in the situation, and it hints at the protagonist's inner journey. In the Hunger Games, Gale suggests that Katniss that they should run away, expressing, disdain for the capital's control. And this conversation actually introduces us to the theme of rebelliousness, of struggle, and the fact that they want freedom.
Take off, live in the woods, what we do anyway.
They'd catch us.
Well, maybe not.
Cut out our tongues, or worse. We wouldn't make it 5 miles.
No, I'd get 5 miles. I'd go that way.
I have Prim, and you have your brothers.
They can come too.
Prim in the woods.
Or maybe not.
And the tip here is to use early interaction to hint at the broader theme of your story and what your story wants to explore. And after that, we have the setup, and the setup establishes your protagonist's world, the relationships, and the status quo. It's where the readers learn about the characters' daily life, their desires and their fears. And, Katniss' life in District 12 is fraught with hardship. She provides for her family. She she has to navigate like complex relationships, and she also harbors a resentment towards the oppressive system that she lives in. And all of these details, they build empathy for me as a reader, and it sets the stage for impending conflict. So tip here is to flesh out your protagonist's environment and relationships to ground readers in their worlds. Now, one of the most important things, the inciting incident. So the inciting incident is an event that disrupts the protagonist's ordinary world, propelling them into the story's central conflict. In the Hunger Games, this is of course when Prim's name is drawn during the reaping, and Katniss volunteers in her place.
Primrose Everdeen. Prim! Prim! Stop! Volunteer! I volunteer as tribute.
This moment forces Katniss into a life or death situation, setting the plot in motion. And make sure that you ensure that the inciting incident is it significantly impacts your protagonist and it compels your protagonist to take action. The first plot point marks the end of Act 1, and that is when the protagonist commits to the journey that is ahead. It's a decisive moment that leads to some sort of significant change. Katniss boards the train to the capital, leaving her familiar world behind. And this step signifies her entry into the new realm with new rules and new challenges. Ensure that this moment represents a clear shift for your protagonist and their circumstances, and it sets the stage for Act 2. And if you look at the hero's journey, this is when the hero leaves the village on their way out to an adventure. And that's a breakdown of Act 1 using Save the Cat and the Hunger Games. We have covered how to craft a compelling beginning that hooks the readers and sets the journey ahead. And in my next video, we're going to delve into Act 2, exploring how to maintain momentum and develop your story's core conflict. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video again. And let me know in the comment what your favorite opening scene of a novel is. Do you like it when they, go into in medias res, or like what kind of opening scenes do you like? Thank you so much for watching today. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.